So through all of this, it wasn't Natalie or the police or the crazies or anything like that that made it unbearable. It was those who called me friend, not keeping their word. I jumped through the hoops that they wanted me to jump through in order to get the help that I needed. And we made a deal. For me to jump through those hoops, I would get the help that I needed. They didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. That's something that you guys need to understand. Like when I'm homeless, right? And it's going to take me $5 to get on the bus to go to work so that I don't lose my job. And you want to buy me a $20 fucking sandwich. I know where the food's at. I know where to get the food in Boulder, Colorado. I know where to find the food in Colorado. I'm trying not to lose my job. That $5 would help out. A $20 sandwich will not. When I went to Miss Peach's to try to get some help, that was the fourth time I'd gone to Miss Peach's house. I'd also tried to get help from Joanna Taylor, who did not help. She said that she would, but then didn't. She said that she would call me, and then she didn't. She just texted and texted and texted, showing me through her texting what her assumptions were. Kind of like you guys who want to keep on pushing the damn library thing. Not even one of my friends kept up with what was going on. Now, my biggest letdown was actually a guy named Dan Faber, and he paid for most everything. There was no way in hell that I could cover everything with all of the expense of being falsely accused and being assaulted by the police. So Dan paid for most of that. The problem with Dan is that he doesn't listen. He doesn't care to listen. He's got it in his head that it's a certain way. And either you believe how it is that he tells you to believe, or he treats you like shit over shit that he wasn't there for. I've dealt with this my entire life. You guys cannot win morally against me by claiming that I did something to you because I didn't do any of you wrong. You have to go out of your way to pretend that I did somebody else wrong as your excuse for wronging me. Well, that's pretty stupid. At Peach's house, when we found out that Natalie was missing, I was still trying to explain to Miss Peaches, you got to talk to me one on one. But she was too busy. Her and her brother and the rest of the family were all too busy talking to me all at once, telling me how to think and how to feel and what I need to do to actually hear what was going on. And this has continued to this day, by the way. That doesn't make her a bad person. All of you do it. When it's my turn to talk, you jump into your phones and you catch every fifth word that I say. It was my friends not keeping their word, not keeping their end of the bargain that screwed me so greatly. When did Peaches finally decide that I needed to have one-on-one conversation? When I was at the cop shop, and that's the one situation where I need her there. Absolutely must have somebody there to prevent this thing called entrapment, which is where the police assume that you did wrong, so they lie to you. And when you do what it is that the police asked you to do, they harm you for doing as they asked. That's not the only situation, though. See, I was at Miss Peach's to try to get some help because of all the things that Natalie and her friends and family had put me through over the course of the year. The whole year before she died, they put me through hell. And Ken and Leah got away with everything that they did as well. I needed help to put a stop to these things. I needed help. I needed justice. I needed to be protected from people that I never meant any harm to. Meanwhile, thousands of people took part in threatening me and my life and preventing me from going to court. And it was people who called me friend who did the most to destroy my life, to show that they didn't care. They didn't actually care unless I did what they wanted, which means that they didn't care about me, they cared about control. And then there's situations that have happened ever since where people think I have all the goddamn time in the world. Like Graham sending me that shit finally when it's too goddamn late for me to do anything with because I'm busy having a goddamn panic attack because I have no goddamn money because I spent it waiting on his retarded ass to send that shit. Meanwhile, the only reason I had to leave the state of Colorado and wasn't jumping through all the goddamn hoops that the government wanted me to is because Graham didn't keep his end of the word of the bargain. Graham, the last 4 times that he said he would do something, he did not, and it has fucked me severely. And it makes it so that I literally, because they were his sins, he's the one who gave his word and did not follow through. Those are his sins. But I'm the one who's paying for it. I am the one who is paying for the fact that he didn't care enough to keep his word when it mattered. When I could have done something with that paperwork 7 weeks ago, he did not send it. When I had at least enough money to take care of myself long enough to do that stuff, instead of having a goddamn panic attack because I'm at somebody else's place eating someone else's food because I'm not getting the help that I needed because my friends want to call me friend, want to call me family, and go out of their way to prove that they are neither friend nor family. Fuck the Bollingers. May they all roast in hell.